up, everybody? Welcome to Sketch-A-Day Live. How you doing? Happy Sunday, happy fun day. Let's go. Let's draw. I'm excited. Hopefully you guys are. It's been a chill Sunday this morning. I was going to start a little bit earlier, but decided to just rest a little bit. If you're watching on the Instagram, thanks for joining. Link is provided to the YouTube for the full streaming experience if you're interested. However, just got my new Draplin Design Company hat. Stay gold. Remember that. Went live on Instagram last night, actually, a little bit. We'll just chat a little bit while people trickle in here. Went live on Instagram last night, talked a little bit about life, design, the universe, all those good things. What's up, Lions? Hello, Lori. And it was a good watch, or a good chat anyways. Had some really great questions about design, creativity. I wasn't sketching at all, so it was just talking. And I think I've mentioned on the live stream before to potentially have some kind of design talk. JJ Stays, just purchased Copic markers. Any tips? You're in luck. I just pinned and published a link to my new marker sketch guide. Good news is if you are a patron or channel member, that is free for you. So hit me up. You get that 30+ page guide for free. I did complete the final version, uploaded everything. So we're ready to go, ready to share some knowledge. So if you're interested, it's $2.99. It's not much. Great way to support your creators as always. So yeah, if you're interested, of course, everything I do in the streams, I'm not going to require you guys to pony up or anything, but just wanted to put together a resource for those who, like me, love markers. And patrons, members, thanks so much for your support. And as my way of saying thank you and fulfilling my promise, I'm going to be making guides, and those are going to be available to all of you. So in addition to that, I asked the patrons and channel members today for Sci-Fi Sunday what you guys would like to do today. We had one response on the Discord from Jordan. Let's see, sci-fi racing. That's what we're gonna do. So yes, there's a few tips on the website, but the marker guide goes a little bit deeper. It's like 30 pages long. The other guide is more, or the other thing on the website is just like high level information, just like here's a marker, here's what it does, here's some brands. This goes a little bit deeper, so if you're interested, check that out for sure. Appreciate it. What's up, Manpreet? Demon Sage, hello. Cars, want to see cars? Yeah, so I'm gonna do one racing theme. That was a request from Jordan, one of our mods and patrons. Thanks for holding it down today, Lions, much appreciated. Hello. So yeah, that's been my weekend. It's been good. Check out that chat, check out the website, all that good stuff. All right, with that, with love, let's get started. Hopefully you guys are ready to go. Feel free to follow along. If you don't want to, that's totally fine as well. I need to figure out this camera focus thing. I said I was going to figure it out last time, and I totally forgot to lock focus. In fact, maybe I should just look it up right now. It's let's see, A73. It's a new camera, new setup, all of that. So I guess that was a good transition, Adam, inadvertently so. Depth of field transition, if you will. So I'm going to be doing pen and paper, so if that's not your jam, it's cool. That's what I'm doing today. All right, pen, paper, marker, spray paint, ink, all that good stuff. Thanks again for joining on Instagram. All right, so hopefully the camera doesn't wig out too much today. Liquid Sunday. Hopefully it doesn't wig out too much and kind of keeps up, but apologies there. I need to just make a note to lock that focus, okay? And I'll take care of that, unless you don't mind me doing it right now. You got a love story if I want to hear it. Okay, as long as it's decent. Share that. As long as it's decent. Let's start with some straight lines. I didn't sketch before the stream, so usually I just do these to show you guys, but I gotta warm up a little bit. Shout out to Paul Sohi for the music. Hey, Cars by Art. Wow, you guys should check out Cars by Art on the Discord. Amazing stuff, like seriously inspirational. I am curious how long those drawings take you. I'm not very patient when it comes to sketching sometimes, so I am curious how long that took you. A perv, hello. A perv. What's up? I just saw a trailer for the new Wonder Woman movie. Looks amazing. I'm excited to Watch that. What a way the world has changed, for sure. They're gonna be releasing it online, actually, December 25th, as far as I know. Anyhow, so no promises on the Instagram being able to read your comments, also because my iPhone connected to my computer here keeps cutting out, so I might miss stuff. But if you want to add a comment, make a suggestion, two ways, but one will be the most effective, which is just join the YouTube live. For follow-up discussion, join the Discord. That's where we have our awesome community of passionate, talented people sharing our love for things. So it's been good. Ooh, hey, Ryan Ollie, what's up, man? Yes, warming up. That's how I want. Now I'm on edge. I won't say why, guys, but I'm on edge a little bit. Special guest, so special. But yeah, this is how I warm up. Ellipses, lines. Do you warm up, Ryan? I'm curious. Or you just go for it? I've just always done it this way. But then again, I'm drawing mostly mechanical things, so important for me to have a high degree of control and be clear in my communication. I also posted on Instagram and on the Discord a little carousel, little thing about drawing, why I do it. Oh, you just jump in. That's incredible. But yeah, if you don't want me to embarrass you, just let me know and I won't. But yeah, I shared why I sketch, or why sketching is important, thing online today. So it's on LinkedIn, I posted on Twitter, I think Facebook, and the Discord. You're doing a Mustang for local car enthusiasts. Are you serious? Wait, 20-30 minutes for the renderings? No, I'm talking about the full renderings, man. Like, how long do those take you? Those full renderings. Okay, so Jordan Null, one of our patrons, and I don't have a specific plan of what I'm going to do on Sci-Fi Sunday today. Jordan asked for something racing related, so I'm going to do that. We're going to do tone paper again, just because, and I like it. But the request from Jordan was sci-fi racing. Hello, Staria, what's up? Welcome, thanks for joining. Is this your first time? So Jordan's request was sci-fi racing, so we're gonna start with that, and then I'll just take whatever suggestion. Okay, good, because sometimes I see those sketches, and I'm like, holy cow, how does someone have that much patience to sit and finish a sketch like that? Because I don't. Ain't nobody got time for that. Setting up the proportion. Interesting. When I did my shoe renderings for some clients, similar to your car renderings, it took me, I think, 3 hours per. That was a lot of work. So yeah, like I said, it's Liquid Sunday. All right. So sci-fi racing was the theme. Obviously gonna draw a car here, but try to decide what kind of car, where, how, that kind of thing. But let's just create some, perhaps, I don't know, maybe is it dystopian sci-fi racing? Is it regular? I was thinking maybe having something like, you know, someone kind of maybe kneeling down, looking at the hood, or taking a look at the car, maybe another person here. You know, but you want the car to show off too, so I gotta figure out how to do that. And this is gray marker, so it's gonna dry real light, which is nice. So it gives me the chance to, see, that looks kind of weird, so I'm not gonna even do that. But it gives me a chance to kind of adjust things as we go. Just super nice. The theme was sci-fi racing, so whatever that looks like is what we're gonna sketch here. Yeah, it's not dynamic enough. I want to do a different one. I could do it on the same page, actually. I could probably do it on the same page. Why waste paper? Why waste paper, guys? Yeah, I want more of a dynamic up-close view, I think. This marker is drying out, too. So let's pick a different marker. Blue is Cool Gray 2. Just gonna grab a different marker here. So again, apologies on the Instagram. Not really able to pay attention to all the comments just because it's like really buggy today. It has been buggy lately, where I literally can't see comments sometimes. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that, Demon Sage. Yeah, the pandemic's really thrown a wrench in interpersonal interactions, shall we say. All right, so maybe this is a bit of racing. We got some cars here, maybe some other cars rounding bend or curve. So I'm just kind of blocking these in the background. We're gonna have some others. Maybe there's some track of some sort. So we could do something like this and maybe have some stands or something. Now, if it is sci-fi racing, what if cars just get reduced to like basically drones? So we don't need a lot of stuff in here. So even the stuff I'm sketching up, this is just maybe the wheel well or something. We just have this like drone racer. It's like really low to the ground. Could be kind of cool. Yeah, see, this is a better sketch. Got a little action shot here. Right, because this track's gonna be like, you know, something like that. And we got our stands we can hint at in the background. Maybe I'll sketch this part off the page. Something like this. A little foil here. I definitely want that to, I think we can connect these two like so. And yeah, maybe this is like literally just some sort of drone. Right, and then we could have some sort of intake scoops on the back. And then we'll sketch in some other cars. Yeah, this is a fun topic. Thanks, Jordan, for the suggestion. I'll be taking your suggestions today, so definitely let me know. All right. Let me see if I can check on Insta. I want to make sure I didn't miss anyone. I'm sure I missed a bunch of people, but I've just been having better luck with YouTube lately, so head on over. The link is pinned there. You can peep and check it out. Copics are half the price in Japan. That's amazing. Is that where you are? In Japan? I've been to Japan once. I don't know if the airport counts, but some of you may remember I posted online before the pandemic happened, and my plan was actually to wouldn't it be cool if this track was like raised or something? But my plan was to sorry, I'm like getting distracted here. My plan was to like live in Japan or Spain. I was looking at Spain. I was looking at was it Netherlands a little bit as well, the UK. Anyhow, I was thinking, wouldn't it be cool if I got to live overseas for a bit? You know, maybe just like try something different, but then the pandemic happened, so Japan would have been cool. I wasn't looking, and then I thought, well, maybe I should just do Mexico or something, but that didn't work out either. Right. That didn't work out either. Vancouver. All right. Just escaped COVID. Nice, man. I think we'll make the car red because why not? I am going to use my Copic markers here. Let's try and put some graphics on the car too. Maybe I should sketch that in first. Maybe. As always, thanks for watching the stream. Yeah, I'll try and fix the focus at some point here. Probably not while we're watching, but okay, interesting. Yeah, I need to make better thumbnails for these lives because I wonder if I can edit it while I'm doing it. That'd be interesting. Anyhow, the reason I say that is looking at the preview, it looks pretty just like boring. So I need to figure out a way to fix that, man. All right, I guess if the car is turning, then we're gonna see more of the wheel. All right, and the way you want to think about that, I saw this really cool demo by Martijn van der Weijl. But in terms of perspective, right, if something's turning, you can kind of think of it like this. You know, the center of this would be a line, and then you come out like so, and so on. So if I have a wheel on this surface, let's say a square, I'm going to end up with ellipses like that. So you have to consider relative position. And so as the wheel is turning, you're going to see more. Switch colors just to help you guys here. You're going to see more or less of that ellipse, right? As we kind of rotate around. Okay. So that's what I'm talking about here. If this wheel is actually turning, then I'm actually going to see more. It's going to look more like this. Okay. As we're kind of rounding this corner. So maybe not as extreme as I've shown it here, but I can throw in a little bit of wheel sauce and be just fine. Right, there's Sketch a Day Live. Thanks for joining. We're doing a toned paper sketch of future racing is the topic, the ask, the request from one of our patrons, Jordan Null. Thanks as always for the suggestion. Not only a patron, but Jordan has actually stepped up. He's responsible for the weekly, is that the right spot? That's not the right spot, but I'll just fix it here. The weekly sketch challenges that we do. He's been running that. It was his idea. So show him some love if you have the chance, the opportunity. It's been a really great time. How do you know when you have a square in perspective? I've been meaning to do a video on that, Lions. Short answer, yes, it's a bit of sorcery and practice. Long answer, you kind of have to teach yourself what a square looks like. Okay, and then it's easier to just do that square, which maybe sounds obvious or stupid, but short answer, like I said, is yes. A bit of sorcery, for sure. All right, so I want to do this in red. I'm going to start with my lightest light. And we're going to try and throw some graphics on this car as well. Do it real quick. The other cars I'm not going to spend time or detail on, but let's say we have like a red section here, and then the midsection of this car, I'm gonna make the midsection gray because I think that would be cool. Let me think about color breaks. Yeah, I'll do the midsection gray, and then this like drone thing red as well. This is like the brain of the vehicle is all I'm saying. Like maybe this is where the cameras are, that kind of thing. So hello again to everyone on Instagram. You can make cars hover by flipping the tires and emitting some sort of wave. Yeah, I don't want to do hover cars, but thank you for the suggestion. I just want to do a drone, future raised track, perhaps. Maybe the track's hovering, I don't know. But I'll figure that out. Okay, so this was red 43. Got all my Copic reds here. Let's see what we got. I'm gonna have to go a little bit darker, so let's go with some of these really dark ones. And then solid staple. Red 27, red 29, red 46. Let's go. Oh, what's up, Jordan? Mad Max Race. You want to do Mad Max Racing instead? Is that what you're saying? Alright, so trying to get some contrast in here for reflections and the like. Alright, and this, I'm trying to keep it quick and loose. Last time I think I was doing too much of the Lord's work by working on all the details. So we're gonna keep it fast, make the background a bit less detailed as well. Alright, upward facing surface, so I'll keep that in light. I'm gonna want some shadow here. Okay, maybe do some, I'll probably do some texture on the inside of this scoop. Right there, a little bit of shadow. Okay, that'll be in shadow right there. Shadow right there. Apologies on the background noise. Something like that. So yeah, get your next suggestions ready. Don't tell me just yet because I will forget. But trying to take your suggestions. This was the first suggestion today. So that's what we are doing. That's what we're doing on Sketchaday Live today. Let's see. Asar says, "Wow, you're just really going." Yeah, you get used to certain things, and one of the things I tell myself, maybe you've heard me say this, guys, on the stream, but there's always a fix. Sometimes that fix means starting over. I hope that's not the case today. But I'm trying not to, like, you know, stress out about stuff as I do it. Certainly helps. I'm gonna use some airbrush as well, I think, today for today's sketch. So yeah. I found that it also helps to have a beverage in tow if you're of age. To just like reduce some of the stress and just like go for something. So yeah, I like to just kind of go for it as you put it. And then the rest of this will shade in. These cars, I'll use different colors. We'll put some graphics on this guy. We'll put some graphics down as well. All that good stuff. So this is a Copic airbrush. I talk a little bit about it in my marker guide. That's the link that I posted, FYI. But I like to use it for getting some highlights in. It's kind of messy, but it's also fun. Not heavy drinking lines, just light drinking. Light till you get it right, right? Light till you get it right. At least that's what I always say. So yeah, last time I promised some airbrush and I didn't get to it. But this is a fun attachment you can get for your Copic markers. Thank you, First Hall, for purchasing a badge. Guess what? Facebook and Instagram are doubling contributions this month, so I appreciate it. Thank you for supporting your creators, not your creator. I'm not God or anything, but I do appreciate it. It means a lot. Thank you. That is First of Hall on Instagram coming through with the badge purchase. Thank you so much for your donation. Much appreciated. All right, so we'll kind of just work this a little bit. Like so. All right, I think I'm good on the airbrushing. Now I'll just keep working on the rest here. Yes, Copic airbrush. So we'll just keep working on the rest. The idea is to make sure the front sketch here is the most detailed, prominent sketch. All right, that's kind of the idea. So we'll see how we do. I haven't even brought out the pencil yet, so it should be a good one. I don't know what this is, but I just wanted to put some of these texture lines in here with the marker. Okay, I did make a little mistake, I noticed. So I'm gonna see if I can correct that. Just a little bit like so. Kind of it's a little fudge. It's a little fudge, all right? Who doesn't like a little fudging? But I'm a little bit off in my symmetry on the sketch. So I'm gonna try and bring that back. I think I'll be okay. Yeah, so it should be more like that. And then I guess I could, no, I already have the foil. So we'll keep it as is. All right. So I can come in, enhance some things. Like I said, I'm gonna be adding some graphics to this one. That's the idea anyways. Luca welcomes using the Jamaican accent. All right, I'm gonna use the Jamaican accent a little bit on the stream today. Thank you for joining, Luca. Welcome back. Long time I see you. Respect all the thing them. Milos Wagwan. There. Thanks for joining the stream. You know, so we are gonna have a good time. Bless up, rest up. Make sure you don't mess up. Oh, goodness. Anyhow. You really want me to keep using that? Really? Really? Okay. Cool gray. This is going to call for some other markers. So, once again, thank you for tuning in, for watching, for being a part of all of this. This is Sketch Day Live, and we are just sketching. I'm using toned paper today. I'm just creating a sci-fi racing scene requested by Jordan Null, one of our patrons. Another perk for sure if you are interested. I'm trying to ask the patrons, hey, what do you guys want to see? Patrons and channel members, I should say. Shout out to all of you. frankly. All right, what is this? Warm gray 7. So I'm going to go 5 next, and then try and fade out a bit to the back. So these markers, because I'm using this toned paper, they'll dry a little bit differently than they would on marker paper. They'll actually dry a little bit lighter. Let's jump to, I hope this is warm gray 3. Yep. At least they didn't screw me over on the warm grays. It's just a weird set of markers. I should have mentioned that actually in the marker guide, but there's tons of other good information. So learn something new every day. Absolutely. That's how I live. I try to learn something new every day, no matter what. No matter what. But yes, thank you. Special shout out again to First of Hall for purchasing a badge. Much appreciated. What is a badge? It's a thing on Instagram you can do to support people when they're doing live streams. Android face, humanoid face. Okay. That sounds fun. Anyhow, it's a thing you can do on Instagram now. To like, okay, I gotta be serious, somewhat serious about this perspective on this other vehicle here. Maybe I'll bring that one to life with lines. No pun intended, but every time I say lines now, I think of the amazing Lions who's been helping us out here. I didn't even ask Lions though. I was like, hey, you're now a mod. And Lions was like, oh, okay, cool. Tell me what to do. And you did it, so I hope that wasn't too much for you. Lines. How do I work with cheap markers that are really saturated? I think you just have to find the right, like you just have to experiment. So these are cheap markers. These are Bianio. Well, I'm not sure what you're using, but these are Bianio markers. They're pretty cheap. But I like using them on things like this because I wouldn't want to, personally anyways, waste my Copic ink. What language is that, Luca? How dare you? Just kidding. I wouldn't want to use my Copic ink on something like this just because I don't want to. Just because I can't wait. I want to see what the white will look. White always looks so nice on these toned paper drawings. So I'm excited for that. I'm going to put my white pen down. Whew, let's hold off. Let's wait. Not ready for that yet. Not yet. But yeah, mostly I just don't want to use my expensive markers on something like this. So for me, that's what it's about. So yeah, I had a pretty great chat last night. Check it out on the Instagram. Just talked about design and what that's all about from my perspective a little bit. The only thing that works are grays, otherwise they're so strong. Let's see. Did you say what brand it is? Let's see. You didn't say what brand it is, Josh. I'm curious if I've used them before. I've used some cheap markers, not a ton. So I might be able to help you there if you tell me what brand it is. Jordan, I hope this wets your whistle. I didn't plan this out before, by the way, as you saw. We kind of started over. That's how I like to do it, just go with the flow, roll with it. Dilute them with alcohol, Josh. Yeah, it's possible. You could take the nib out and then dilute them a bit and see how. Oops, sorry. See how that works. See how that looks. You guys know the brand Muji? So this is a Muji pen. They actually went bankrupt at the beginning of the pandemic. So if you can, because I don't know what the plan is with Muji, but I like this pen because it's a fine, and I don't mean that in a sense to deliver a pun or anything, but it's a really great gel pen. It has this like fine nib to it, tip rather. I can kind of come in here now, just over the color, and we can add some detail. To this racer, and I'll bring out the detail too with a bit of focus. This camera keeps focusing on my hands. Sorry guys. All right. Yeah, I don't know if I can lock focus, but anyhow, so it's a really great pen for bringing out details, doing small work, if you're trying to do that. But yeah, if you can find them, awesome. Some people like the Pilot high-tech pens as well. Those are also good. If you like gel pens. For a while I was like really into gel pens, and then I discovered the Papermate Flare, but at the same time you do get some nice thin lines out of a pen like this, so it's not all bad. It's just that sometimes they're unpredictable when it comes to how they're going to respond to markers. So if you do get a good one, awesome. I just know and love the Papermate Flare. They're pretty great. Serbian. Oh, okay, cool. No worries. I think, is Milos, are you the one who met me in San Francisco? The Milos that's in the chat here. There was a Milos that I was in San Francisco just minding my own business, taking some photos, and from way across the distance I hear Spencer Nugent. I was like, what? Is this really happening? And I met this dude Milos, also Serbian, but living in Chicago, so I'm not sure if that's the same Milos or not, but if it is, what's up, dude? And if it isn't, also, what's up, dude? How do you say hello in Serbian? And how do I pronounce it? So I can say hello. I didn't really put any effort into this drone component on the top here, so let's see if we can do something anyways. We'll bring in some other black pens as well to kind of help out, so alright, so just sketching in some headlight stuff now. Alright, I'm gonna have to do some correction on this side too, but it's all good. So one of the advantages of doing the marker first is now I can come in and add fidelity wherever I feel I need it. Like, what if this is a hard line here now, and this surface actually dives down, this red surface actually dives down a bit. That'd be kind of cool. All right, so under here would be red now. And maybe a little bit of dark under here. Something like that. Not Mew, but maybe, oh, okay. Not that Milos, all right. Must be a common name then. Zdravo. 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 Or you're probably like, no, Spencer, stop talking, please. What is my most favorite medium to work with? Definitely pen and paper. That's my jam. Pen and paper is my ting. For sure. But that's because I like the challenge of pen and paper specifically, not because it's inherently better or anything. I just enjoy the challenge because it is hard. But yeah, now I can come in, I can add some definition to the wheel, plan on, you know, where am I gonna put my graphics, what those graphics are gonna be. Jordan, any favorite brands you have? Any favorite brands? Number? Let me know. It's all you. Okay, so most of the details here, and that's intentional, right? I'm trying to create a bit of, let's do a different style of car on this one. Maybe just two huge intakes, wheel. Maybe some wedge design or something. It's almost like Robo racing in some ways. But yeah, let me know what kind of decals or whatever. I'll probably do some sort of Sketch-A related thing, so we'll figure that out. Zdravo. Oh, okay. Zdravo or Zdravo. Interesting about Serbian is you read it as you read it. Oh, okay, that's interesting. That is interesting. So interesting. I don't want it to be Monday tomorrow. Usually I'm like, yay, Monday, but for some reason I'm just like, well, Monday. Boy, Monday. Oh my gosh. Why is it gonna be Monday? Yeah, there's some obvious symmetry issues here on my vehicle, but we're just gonna roll with it. Actually, are there obvious? Let's see. Let me think. I can bring this over, bring this down. I can fix that with white. And then if I just change this section, we should be okay. All right, that's better. Ha! Did it. Like I said, there's always a fix. Thank you once again, Instagrammers, for your contribution, badge purchases, whatnot. Much appreciated. All right, Jordan. Oh, you didn't tell me what brand name. So I'm just gonna put null on the top then, or somewhere. We'll do null somewhere. Maybe it's on the wheels. So fill that in, and then how about we do? I'm gonna find somewhere to put a number or something. Okay. What if your null symbol was like, you know, could do something like that on the front. All right, so the white allows me to kind of outline things without being too destructive here. And then we'll be able to fill stuff in. Oh, you are? Thanksgiving. That's right. This week is Thanksgiving, so we're keeping it chill. We'll do an L for lines. We're keeping it chill on the weekly challenge this week, but we'll be back next week. It's Thanksgiving in the US anyways. I'll still be streaming. I'm still gonna be doing my thing, so if you're bored, you know how it is, like... You know how it is when I should put a Copic logo on this thing is what I should do. You know how it is when you have holidays and then what does a Copic logo even look like? I don't even know. Seriously, my mind is drawing a blank. Okay, I'll do it here. And again, I feel like I'm taking too long on this. Ready with your pencil and paper to draw along? Okay. Nice, nice. Running around to get ready for Thanksgiving. Luca, you're not a joke to me. No. Do I know more Serbian words than zdravo? No, I don't. I do not. Not at all. Also, in addition to the free marker guide that patrons are going to be getting, there's also, you probably can't hear me over all that, but in addition to the marker guide, patrons do get the, hold on, high resolution scans of everything that I do. So those get uploaded after the stream. Basically at an interval of my choosing, because I don't want to promise. Okay, I found it. Or I found them, rather. So I wanted this Tombow brush pen just to kind of outline things or make my blacks as black as they need to be. Contrast is your friend. Yeah, so when I say contrast is your friend, I mean, now that you're in a spot, if you're drawing along, for example, now we're in a spot where we can add some contrast to the wheels, for example, here, make things a little bit darker. If we need some separation, we can do that as well. But all in all, it just makes your sketch a little punchier. So we'll do some blacks here, and then we'll do some whites. And we should be in a pretty good spot. Alright, so maybe something like that. And notice how like all the action, all the stuff like is fading here. That's intentional to like keep the focus up front. And then we can push everything back. I don't know, maybe I'll just do one sketch today. Olovka. Olovka or Olovka? Is it Olovka or Olovka? Like are the vowels pronounced like Spanish where it's a, e, I, o, u? Or is there some other pronunciation? So yeah, I'm not ready to commit to all the graphics here. Let's go ahead and get some of our other racers kind of scribbled in. Here we go. And then now maybe just some details on the foreground. I'm gonna keep this part a little bit light as well. I just hint at these little bumps here. I don't know what they are. I'm not being as careful as I could be. But that's okay. And now I'm feeling lazy and I'm like, I don't know if I actually want to do stands. Stands. Not stands. What if the stands are like hover pods of people? So they're instead of like actual stands, they're just like pods. People watching the race that are all hovering. I know you guys wanted some hover stuff, so, and then that way at least I can isolate where I draw people and so forth. Just save myself some stress. So yeah, I could have kept Jordan's request pretty small, but I decided to go a little bit bigger today. So hope this has been fun for you to watch. Judging by the time, I think I'm gonna have like time to do one more after this one, but this was super fun. I mean, I covered a lot of stuff, at least topically, so should be okay. And then motion, I'm just gonna kind of rough up the outside here a little bit on the wheel. Just a couple motion lines and maybe flex here and there. Alright, some tire tread we'll get in as well. I think I mentioned this guy a while back, but Frywork on Instagram. If you like stuff like this, check his stuff out. Like, certainly been influential on me and my ability to do this stuff, but he's like a master of what he does. It's Instagram.com/frywork. Oh, I have focus on my hand. Yeah, I don't know how to fix that unless I stop the stream. Okay, let me see how simple it is. Let me see how simple it is to fix the focus, and then if it's simple enough, I'll climb up on my stool that I'm sitting on and I will fix it for you. But let's see. Ooh. Just a sec. Yeah, I'm gonna have to dig into the menu to do it, but it is what it is today, guys. My apologies. My apologies. I want this null sign to look cooler though. Not sure how to do that. Should I have it like come over and then turn into some stripe or something, and then I could have a break? I don't know. See how the white, this is what I've been waiting for. You see how the white like just makes things pop right here? So yeah, if you're a Patreon channel member, next time when I do ask, you let me know. Let me know what you want to see. I'll try and make sure it does happen for you. Yeah, it's totally focusing on my hand. If I move away, then it... Thankfully, it's not too bad because the proximity of my hand to the paper isn't too far. It's not like too far. We'll do some like motion trails here as well and do some shading. But as far as detail, it's like most detailed, right? Mid detail, least detail. And then we can have like maybe some flags or something on this scene. As far as the background goes, that's gonna be tricky. So we'll see. Maybe I'll bring out my pastels or something. Sorry guys, had to refuel, so to speak, on this liquid Sunday. We're having fun here. Okay, I'm gonna take a little mental break. Let's check in. How's everyone doing? Happy Sunday. Any questions about life, the universe, design, career that you'd like to know? I'm gonna take a little mental break. Feel free to post a comment. If you are watching on Instagram, now I can see you, but it keeps cutting in and out. So 1, appreciate your badge support. 2, if you want to check out YouTube, link is provided. You can check that out. I'm taking a little break. What's up, Sticky Art? Hello, hello. We are working on a brilliant suggestion from Senior Null, Jordan Null. Mod Patreon supporter. Hello, Rueda Telero Jose. I don't know how to say your name. Renug. I can't pronounce these usernames, so I'm just gonna say thanks everyone for the compliments. Happy Sunday to you, Svetlana and Art, as well. Whew. All right, let's kick it back up. Now we're in 5th gear. Let's go. So I'll just shade these in because I'm pretty set on these like hover pod bay things. And then as far as like what this is, you know, these pillars that are like supporting the track. Maybe these like go all the way down, like really far down or something. I don't know. You prefer this view? Sorry guys. Let me switch back. But yeah, maybe that all goes back like so. Can add some detail to these pillars, not too much. Maybe just some texture. But notice what I'm going to do with this line. So this line that's actually going all the way around, I'm going to make it thicker as we move closer to the foreground. So that also reinforces this idea of dimensional, or at least perceptual dimensional perspective in the drawing. Okay, so all these things work together. So I'm not sure if Ryan's still watching, Ryan Otley, but Ryan Otley he's actually a comic book artist from Marvel. So that's why I was geeking out earlier. I was like, holy he's here. Congrats on your new project, whatever that is, if you're watching, Ryan, but excited to see what you do, man. Always inspiring, like seeing those sketches, seeing your work. Super inspiring. People ask me, who inspires you? And it's hard for me to say specifically, but I do certainly appreciate work from many artists, and I think it's important to just, generally speaking, try and stay fresh if you can. I said something on my Instagram last night, and I do mean it. It was a little bit of an epiphany that I had. And that is, the world at large is invested in your failure. Or rather, if you're familiar with the concept of a short sell in stocks, you know what that is. Everyone's short selling you, man. People want to pay you as little as possible to do the most, right? Or like, I bet they won't do XYZ or whatever the case may be. And so my advice was call their bluff. All right. What I mean by that is believe in yourself. Let's get a little motivational today. Believe in yourself. Trust that passion is the process. Passion can take you very far in life. Right? I know it's not always that simple. Life is complicated. All that good stuff, but man, when you realize that, it's actually empowering. There are people that are like waiting for you to not be enough so that you buy something, or waiting for you not to be enough so that you accept their crappy proposition, whatever that is. All right. So always, if you can, let's do a color check here. All right, nice and neon. That's what I want. If you can, call their bluff. Call their bluff. All right, that's my challenge to you today. Think about the times that you've doubted yourself. You've wondered, am I enough? Because you are. We all are. That's something I've learned this year. Because I've made some major transitions in my life, and I'm grateful for people who believed in me. Passion and patience are key. Exactly, Sticky Art. You guys check out Sticky Art's channel if you get a chance. If you want more content, good stuff. But yeah, as far as things that fuel me up in life and like fire me up, one of the things I do love is when people are like, there's no way you're gonna do that. And I can just say, okay, watch. Just watch. All right, I'm gonna look at some reference here. because I want to see how the graphics on an F1 race car are. I don't do these very often. I just want to make sure I get some of the graphics right, at least as far as, you know, the styles. If you got white with black outlines, for example. So there's different types of white pens you can use, and the inks are all different. So it really depends on what you're after. I'm trying to find my bin of doom. Where are you? Where are you? I'm so sorry. All right, so I like this pen because it's not opaque. This one's opaque, but I'm really trying to find that little baby Posca that I had. There it is. All right. I'll revisit if I need to, but this pen, the Pitt pastel pen, is actually quite nice because it does dry a bit translucent. So for like filling in some of these graphics, which again, I'm not actually, here's what I'll do. I'll just do a null sign like this instead. That works. Null racing right there, guys. Boom. I don't know what this is on this side, but we'll just keep it. So yeah, just a couple hits of the white here now, and this should start to pop. Feel more like it's in the foreground. But if you want information on white pens, for example, check out my website. I got information for you. I got that real. Whoa, this is the wrong Posca pen. It is dangerously juicy, but I found the right one, so we're in good hands. That's also a stand. Are you in good hands? Okay, can't forget the lions in the background here. Shout out to Lions for being awesome. I guess I should have made these a color. We'll see. Started 2 years ago learning industrial design, working every day. Even if I go to Green Mac Calculation, starting from nothing. That's awesome. Whoa, Milos, you have a studio now? That's amazing. I love hustle, and I love high-fiving people. That just means celebrating people who are successful and do amazing things. Like, I think that's freaking cool. So props to you for being awesome. Absolutely. That's really inspirational. I know it's been a rough year for many people. And we're all struggling in our own ways. So that's awesome. That's really cool. Okay, I need to know this. For those who've had pumpkin pie, can you tell me why it's actually good? I'm probably gonna upset some people here, but I don't like pumpkin pie. When I first moved to the US and everyone was going crazy over pumpkin pie, I was like, okay, let me see what this is like. And then I try it and I'm like, what the? Okay, and then I try it again and I'm like, ugh. So for me, the king of pies, since we're in Thanksgiving week here, the ruler of pies would have to be pecan pie, but I wanna hear from you guys. Why do you like pumpkin pie? Because I think it's terrible. Like, actually terrible. And I'm not just being silly. I'll tell you why I think it's terrible in a minute. But you guys tell me why you like it. Phil's products, pumpkin pie is the worst. You can unfollow me now. I'm just kidding. Don't unfollow me. But pumpkin pie is terrible. Why do you like pumpkin pie? I'll tell you what my issue with pumpkin pie is from a designer perspective. It's so different. That's not good enough. Different from what? It's like saying I like eating raccoons because it's different. It's like, no, there's something weird about that. Or I like eating rare animals. So once again, if you are new to markers and you're new to this stream, new to all these things, I do have a marker guide available on my website now. Check it out, sketchaday.com/store. Oh, so you like it because it's an American thing. That makes sense. I was like that growing up. But sketchaday.com/store, and you'll see it there. Check it out. This isn't the best lettering, but I think I took this request from Jordan way too far. Maybe not far enough. So I dusted off my Oculus Quest. Thinking about doing some VR stuff. I have to look into how to do the actual setup in OBS, which is what I use. But if I do figure it out, I might have some additional styles of videos coming up here. All right, I'm gonna let that sit and dry for a minute. All right. Yeah, I think this pen was leaking or something. It's like white paint flecks everywhere. Oh, it doesn't exist in Berlin. Okay. Maybe it's different in Berlin. I don't know. I also thought about living in Germany for the summer before COVID hit. That was gonna be a thing, but it didn't work out, as you all know. But yeah, hopefully when this settles down, I can do that and, like, you know, live my dream of wanting to live overseas for a summer or something. All right, so what I'm gonna try and do here now is just to ease up the brightness of some of this. Maybe this is the right way to do it, maybe not, but I like experimenting, so let's see. What I really need is a new set of Prismacolors here. I think I can get away with, yeah, I can get away with the terracotta, which is kind of brown. I'm just gonna shade over these a little bit. Maybe add some red here, because I just want it to like feel more like it's fading to the front. Some nice light shade there. Just ease that up. What would have been cool is if I had turned this symbol into some sort of foil for the car, but I wasn't thinking ahead, unfortunately. Unfortunately, I was not thinking of that. I guess maybe this is just sci-fi side. I'm taking so long on this, I might as well like... Thanks, Glenn. I might as well just finish it out, right? And it's one sketch, but some of you have asked me to do like more detailed stuff before, so why not? Let's go for it. So I'm just gonna be a little bit more careful here. I guess we did do one sketch last week for Sci-Fi Sunday too, but I'm kind of in the mood to just keep working on this. Does that sound good for everybody? I actually do care what you think, so if I didn't care what you thought, I would just not even talk to you and just draw. But I'm weird like that. All right, a little bit lighter here. All right, so now that's starting to pop a little bit more, a little bit better. Okay, we've got main sketch, right? And we can even add little highlights on these guys. Probably less as we go back. Further back in the drawing. Yeah, it keeps focusing on my hand. Sorry about that. Alright, tell you what. I'm gonna pause the YouTube stream for just a second and see if I can just do this, because that's really annoying. I just caught it, and that's pretty terrible. So hold up. Alright, so I changed it to manual focus, so I think, yeah, I'll just have to focus it in if I zoom, but that was the fastest way to do it right now. So if I zoom in, which can't go any more than that right now, this is the best way to do it. Alright, so now it shouldn't, yeah, focus won't change, at least. Alright, Space Dino. That's funny. Alright. So yeah, now it shouldn't, you know, change as we go here. If you are using pencils with your marker, you want to make sure, I know I always say this, but make sure that you are saving your pencil for the very last bit. And the reason for that is marker does not go over pencil at all, really, or very well. Thank you, Glenn. Appreciate that. So yeah, that's just one thing you want to watch out for if you are using markers or pencils, or markers and pencils, I should say. So think of the marker as a way to color the paper, and then the pencil is a way to adjust the value on top of that. But once you're there, you're locked in. So just be aware of that. But yeah, pumpkin pie is terrible. The reason it's terrible, I forgot I mentioned that. The reason pumpkin pie is terrible for me anyways is there's no contrast in texture. It's just moist and squishy on top of moist and squishy on top of an occasional crust that maybe, not always, but maybe somewhat crunchy. There's no guarantee. So yeah, that's my issue with pumpkin pie. Nasty. You nasty. You nasty. All right, so let's see, on this sketch, I do want to try and brighten it up a little bit on this wheel well on this side. So we'll see what we can do here. Maybe a little bit of pencil. I don't have like white airbrush or anything like that, so just got to be a little careful with the pencil here. Bring that out. Again, if you want to continue the conversation, continue the participation, and perhaps perspiration, if you're working on your own, Discord is a great place to be. All right. That is sketchaday.com/Discord. I am Lions. I'm making a stance on the pie situation because, I mean, I don't want to go as far as saying pumpkin pie shouldn't exist, but I think the world would be a much more delicious place if it didn't. I'm just gonna throw that out there. All right, that's all. Pure sorcery. It is just lots of practice, and frankly, I don't practice before the streams. Just to be clear, this is just I'm trying to like literally figure things out as I go. So I had an interesting conversation with my dad a little while back. He's a chemist by trade, chemist and I guess botanist technically back in the day. And You know, when I decided to be a designer, it was kind of a, I wouldn't say it was a big deal, but it was a little bit of a shock. I was studying computer science and math as well. Anyhow, needless to say, it was like, okay, you want to be a designer? Cool. You go do that. So anyhow, years later, after, you know, being successful enough at it, I'm talking with my dad, and he's like, you know, looks like you figured it out. And I'm like, thank you. Thank you. And I was like, what do you mean? He's like, well, the drawing thing, like, I can tell, like, you figured some stuff out. Because he's actually really good at drawing too. I should have mentioned that. But he did it in his spare time. So it was never like a main thing. Can I add black for contrast? I don't need to, but you could. Bite my tongue, says John. So yeah, my dad's work was certainly influential for me. You know, just seeing him like in the evenings, he would always be after work, he would paint and draw. Not the stuff I'm doing now, like this is different for sure. This is different, but certainly was an inspirational factor in me, I think, doing design. So yeah, once again, appreciate the contributions on the YouTubes. Or not YouTube, sorry. I always confuse the two. Yeah, I basically just did manual focus, so now my hands will go out of focus, markers, whatever, but it'll stay focused here. And I can't zoom because then it's gonna have to refocus and it's annoying, but it's better than the focus jumping that was happening before, for sure. For sure. But yeah, I'm happy to answer career questions or whatever you got to throw my way too. Life questions. Welcome to Sketch a Date, for example. You got online dating? Just kidding. Just kidding. Alright, I'm throwing a little reflection in here now. And this centerpiece. Just real light, real subtle. So the question was, can I add black for contrast? And it's like, yeah, you can. You just want to be kind of careful you don't overdo it. That just takes practice. I don't have a simple answer on like how much or to do or not to do. It's just a matter of your drawing and what you're trying to accomplish. But yeah, you can see foreground, mid, or main, like I said, and then medium, and then the least amount of detail back here. So now I'm coming to where I need to scribble in some people in the stands. All right, so I'm just gonna, let's see, maybe I could throw in some lines. Maybe a sponsorship plaque. What's a good sponsor? Maybe Nike's sponsoring one of these, and then we've got Trump 2020 here. Just kidding. I'm not gonna get political. What's a good sponsor? I guess you could do Tesla or maybe Panasonic or something. Who makes batteries? Sony. Be a good sponsor. Yeah, so we could do like a Sony here. Something like that. You got Nike. Maybe there's a... Would Apple wouldn't sponsor anything though. I think it would be like, if anything, like a Samsung or something like that back here. And then maybe a Shell. What if Shell got into alternative fuel? So you could have like a Shell logo there or something. Anyhow, so back to our people. We got people in a stand. So I'll just throw some scribbles in here. Things that look like shoulders, heads for sure. Maybe arms up. All right, just kind of scribble it in. Maybe someone's got a flag. Flag here. Big foam finger. Who knows? They're all cheering. And then over here, I'll just like, because it's further back, not worry as much. Just a couple scribbles. Maybe a couple little details here. Definitely not as much. So this one in the front, because we're closer. Like, I'm not gonna try and draw faces or anything like that, but it's just, hey, we got some people here cheering. Cool. Or maybe it's a poster. Who knows? Not that the drones care, because they're just like, hey, if we win this race, we're gonna obliterate humankind. We're gonna launch our robot army, and you guys don't stand a chance, so doesn't freaking matter, right? All right, got a little hover thing here. I mean, it could be on a hover thing or it could be on a robotic arm, but whatever the case may be, there's our first pod. Maybe some text on the front here. Second pod with our Nike logo. Assuming they don't change it in, you know, a million years or whatever. Let's throw some cables on. I like cables. Cables are great. Maybe a little bit messy, but I do like them. I do enjoy them. Perhaps a couple safety lights on the track. So this is a Pentel brush pen. That's what I'm using here just to fill in this track stuff. And then I think for contrast's sake, I'm gonna try and use like a green or blue or something. I'm not quite sure how it's gonna show up with, you know, the paper and the dry back, as I call it. To kind of get some contrast going here. But we'll see. We'll see. Have I watched Redline? I have not. Radic, you can't say stuff like that because it makes me laugh. Samsung will not exist in the future. How dare you? How dare you? So thanks again for the suggestion, Jordan. If you're watching and you're like, man, I want to draw with markers like that, I don't have a definitive answer for you besides check out my marker sketch guide. The link is pinned in the chat here. It's available right now. Patrons get it for free, but it is available. Check it out. It's at sketchaday.com/store. It's like 30 pages of marker goodness for your soul. Feed your soul with marker goodness. But on a serious note, I put it together because I've always gotten questions about markers. I've got a pen guide coming soon, pen and ink, and then a perspective drawing guide as well. So those are my plans anyways for right now. So if you're interested, check it out. Again, will be available free for the patrons and channel members. Thank you again for your support. I hope you enjoy it. If you haven't downloaded it yet, hit me up or just check out the folder. It's the same folder that actually you'll find your sketches in from every live stream. Okay, every live stream I upload all the sketches that we do create here. So it'll be in the same folder if you want to check that out. And if you don't know what the folder is, I will share that again for you, okay? Because I do appreciate you, man. I do. All right. Sennheiser, 7 years. I became a comedian. I don't know about that. Just having some good whiskey today. You want an Among Us to sponsor? I know, right? That would be awesome, Sticky Art. If they did, that'd be freaking incredible. Absolutely incredible. Why is it? Oh, that's why my butt's hurting. I took my little, I have a little memory foam gel cushion that I use. Actually, it's right here. Oh, here we go. Here we go. Ah, it's comfortable now. Okay, I was like, this chair is not comfortable. What is happening? What is happening? All right. So let's finish up the logo, graphics, details, stuff like that. I swear some of these black letters have like white outlines as well. So it's like black and white, but I'm just gonna leave it be for now. We'll do some stripe or something. Maybe hint at some other things here and there. Some fake text. Actually, this would actually be black on this side there, and maybe like a little turn down, so that feels better. Is this a zebra brush pen in a metallic? You mean this one? I don't have a metallic right now. I mean, I could. I don't want to put. I only have metallic gold, I think. I don't have metallic silver at the moment. So yeah, I'm pretty sure Actually, that's not right. All right, let's use a little white pencil just to create a bit more depth on our fans here in the stands, or stands in the stands. A bit of a couple white hits here and there. Not implying race, certainly, but rather... Whew, sorry. But rather, just pointing out that they're there. Okay, a little bit of white on this side. Do the same thing on this side. Gonna help that pop. I'm gonna have to come back in once this is dry and clean up a little bit. Metallic plastics around the pen I was just using. Yeah, I think so. Metallic tip right there. Can't really see. There we go. Yeah, like when I bring it up now, it's out of focus. But yeah, this is a Uniball Signo. I talk about it on my website as well. And I keep saying website, but here's a link because I love you. All right, because you're here. There's a link to all the stuff I use, so if you have any questions, you can find it there. Maybe add some hatching here. And I know I say draw with your shoulder, like I should be moving my whole hand, but it's such a short distance. It's not a big deal. It's more to kind of get you to break your habits when I say draw with your shoulder than it is like an absolute. So if you're coming from, you know, a different style of drawing or just doing your own thing, or you're more cautious, it can kind of help. Just doing some patchwork hatching here. Give some texture to this green stuff. I actually learned that from Ryan Otley. I hope that's doing his work justice, but really incredible with the inks and with the expression and just sketching quickly. So I asked him, he's a comic book artist. I asked him, hey, do you warm up? And he's like, no, I just start drawing. I'm like, oh man. Like I still warm up. Maybe I shouldn't warm up, but I get it. You get used to a thing, and if drawing is literally what you do all day, every day, not just sketching every day, then yeah, I totally get that. All right, so there's our track. This thing in front is probably a little too shiny, but it is what it is. Okay, I will offer myself that critique. It's a little bit too punchy. All right, just a little bit. Yeah, I kind of want to do like some motion lines here. I'm trying to decide if I do those in black. Yeah, black works. Do some action motor lines. See, this car is huge. That one right there is like huge because it's like so big. Maybe it's just short. So I could just add this line. It's short, but the fin actually goes really far back. Or the foil. Excuse me, pardon my yawn. So yeah, we can do something like that. So yeah, the downside is if I want like a sky tone, I do have to use like a pencil to get that. So let's see what we got here. Got some cool gray, I got some blue. So if I did want this to be sky under here, just take this blue pencil I can kind of just shade this in. I say it's a downside because using tone paper in some ways limits what you can do, when you can do it. But basically you just need an opaque medium to go over your main medium, right? It can even help you cover up some marker, but you're just gonna have to commit to pencil at this point in terms of, you know, color, and if you go too much, then that's it. There's no changing. So I can shade over this green I used a little bit earlier. Thought it was gonna be a blue. I tried to play it cool, but it's more like a bluish green. So we can shade over, and now we've got some nice perspective and depth stuff happening here. So special shout out and thanks again to Strathmore for providing the paper. Much appreciated. I guess I gotta open or update my video description and mention that, but it doesn't influence, I hope you know, maybe you don't believe me, but it doesn't influence what I think or say about products whenever someone's like, hey, try this out. It really doesn't matter. So yeah, I know, Milos, I know. I decided to take it a little bit further than I normally do. Normally I would not go this far on the one sketch, but I thought, you know, why not? Might as well. It'll be fun. Kind of do something a little different here. Right? Did you enjoy it? I hope you did. If not, it's cool. You can always give me feedback. I'm not gonna be mad. Just keep the ad hominem attacks at bay. Otherwise, I'll just shut things down. Just be like, all right, peace out, bye. Clearly, you're not interested in talking about things, you know. Clearly. What's your MID when you're sketching? Do you ever feel like your drawings in other streams are half finished? Sometimes. Sometimes I do, but I try to let it go. And even this drawing, like, I could go further than this, right? I haven't even touched the paper made flare yet to been like, okay, now we're gonna come in and even on this sketch in the front, like, really tighten up. So that's a great question. I haven't even broken out something like template. Yes, template. I mean, for quick sketches, yeah, I don't use them, and I try to encourage you guys not to, because it's not efficient in terms of quick idea generation anyways. So I try not to. But yeah, do I feel like they're half finished? Yes. Many times. I just don't typically go this far. Like, even things like this details on the wheels and like this little bit of texture, it makes a difference. Very subtle difference, but I don't usually push it that far, right? What's in your mind when you're sketching? Sometimes it's what's for dinner. Other times it's like trying to, once I figure out the perspective, the rest isn't too hard for me personally. but everyone's different, of course. So there's our sci-fi racing scene. And now I might take a step back, take a breather, think, okay, what can I add to this? Maybe a few cracks, these cement barriers, you know, maybe it's little subtle things lines to point out, like, oh, maybe this thing is actually over the track and casting a shadow, so I might add a little bit of shadow there, touch up some shadows. Like, there's always shadow under the cars, but there's things you can do, sure. And then, like I mentioned, I wanted to add some motion lines. That's not working great, so let's use the flare. And I say the flare, by the way, for those who haven't been here before, it's the Papermate Flare is one of my favorite pens to use. So I use that quite a bit. Just a very versatile pen. Alright, so maybe just a couple motion lines here and there. Texture and so forth. Alright. So there is our racing themed sketch. We kind of started, at least I started with this like typical idea of like, oh, let me just set up a scene with some guys working on a car, but decided to take it a little further today. Alien is asking if I wanted to make it more realistic, what would I do? I'd probably scan it in and then erase some things, change some things, and like do it in Photoshop is what I would do, right? But this, at least if I were trying to communicate a scene or something, this would do the job well enough for me that I could be like, okay, here's what I want, now let's take it into 3D or something like that. So yeah, like I said, even further back here, you can just ignore a ton of details. You can ignore a ton of details like so. All right. So once again, for the millionth time, but thank you patrons for your support, your monthly support. It means a lot. I mentioned on my Instagram last night, I'm gonna be offering some caricatures for Christmas. There'll be a limited number, and I'm just trying to raise money for my family for Christmas for gifts and whatnot. So if you're interested in that, keep your eyes peeled. Okay, that'll be coming soon. I'll be back probably, I mean, if I come back tomorrow, it'll be later in the day. I've got some stuff to do in the morning. For sure, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday next week, we will be back. I know it's Thanksgiving here in the United States, so things might be a little slow, but that's okay. I'm committing to still drawing and sharing with you. This is what I do. I love hanging out. So we did one sketch, but there you go. For those who at times asked me for, hey, can you do something more finished, more detailed? There it is. What would I change? I would probably change the sketch a day graphic a little bit. The Copic's fine. I think that works. The null logo here. Well, null. I didn't really write Jordan's name out, but that works. And so, like I was saying, you know, some sort of drone racing league in the future. We got the floating stands. We got the raised track perspective. All of that stuff worked out in there. So that being said, thanks again for hanging out. It's been a fun, let's see, wow, almost 2 hours. This is awesome. I will update the thumbnails, maybe put some chapter marks in there for you guys so that, you know, if you're watching it again and you're just like, oh man, I just want to watch the pencil or I want to watch the marker stuff, I'll make sure that that's in there as well. Definitely come say hi on Discord. It's actually really great. If you love drawing, join the community. Pardon my French. but don't be a dick and don't rush in and be like, hey, everyone help me right now. Like, get to know some people, say hi, share your work, hang back, hang loose, and then when you're ready, ask for some help. And we'd be happy to help. So just a little bit of tips and advice, and that really goes for anything on the internet. Really, just kind of hang back, be yourself, be genuine, and things will work out. Special thanks again to those on the Instagram who purchased badges. It means a lot because this month Instagram is matching contributions. So if you buy $10 or $5 or $2 or $1 on any of my streams until the end of November, they will actually double that contribution. So much appreciated for you guys. That being said, I never require anything for the videos. Okay, just be here, just watch. It's all good. If you want extra content, all of that's on the website. Like I said, the marker guide has been launched. You can check that out at sketchaday.com. And definitely, you know, connect on Instagram as well. Instagram, Discord, sketchaday.com. All right, Jordan, thank you for the suggestion. Much appreciated. I'll be scanning and uploading to the Discord. Like I mentioned, I got to sign this, by the way. Haven't signed it yet. I'll sign it and then we'll sign out. Okay, boom. There we go. So I'm going to scan this, upload it. Patrons, channel members, you will have this. Also, if you're an Ultimate fan or higher, this sketch could be yours. So let me know and I will hook it up. All right. Take care. Passion is the process, guys. I'll be back this week. Hopefully tomorrow, but if not, definitely Tuesday. All right. Much love to you. Keep it up. If you've learned something, share something today. That's one of the best ways to learn as well. All right. Take care. Peace and love, and have a happy Sunday, everyone. Bye-bye.